Deep inside each one of us, we all wish that we could own a small car that has 4 doors, great practicality, and some decent performance. Yes, I'm talking about a hot hatch. I know I do. What's up guys, it's Chris with AutoMotivate. Be sure to press the subscribe button for more automotive content. Some hot hatches are more wannabes and less hot hatchy. Either way, today I'll go over 7 hot hatches under 10k. 2010 Volkswagen Golf GTI. Nimble, responsive, and it's affordable. This isn't a raspy car for all the fanboys to hear the engine in the cockpit, but it is a sports car and a comfortable one at that. It has great sounding and a spacious, comfortable ride that will make it easy to do long road trips. Now many argue because it is so comfortable, it shouldn't have the GTI badge, but this is a very sporty and great handling car without all the ride style shenanigans that the Mazda 3 and other similar cars have. You can be responsible and still have fun. This car is for the adult who enjoys daily driving the car but also loves track events. Now, with every car, I usually go over the main issues. With high mileage, the auto transmissions usually have issues, so please don't get an automatic and get a manual. It has carbon buildup, which is pretty typical. Be sure you do normal maintenance and keep the fuel injectors clean. It's not the fastest, but with some upgrades, you'll for sure be able to compete. 2013 Mazda 3. This is a sporty equivalent to the Honda Civic and Toyota Corolla, yet it's not as reliable. With that said, the interior quality is not going to match up with the GTI. You could opt in for an older 2010 Mazda Speed 3 that is faster and much more sporty. It all depends. If you're wanting something newer, grab the 2013 Mazda 3. If you don't care, the 2010 Speed 3 is the way to go with its 263 horsepower and the interior is actually a bit nicer. Now, what are the issues? The airbag light illuminating, that's usually due to the passenger airbag light blowing, so replace the bulb and it should only be a $10 fix. At times, there are vibrations at higher speed. That's usually due to bad motor mounts. It's a $100 fix for some mechanics, or you just do it yourself. Check engine light due to stuck open thermostat. You can drive like this, but you would want to replace it. Usually it's a $225 fix. In freezing weather, the starter would freeze and not want to kick over the motor. Now, if you lived in these colder conditions, be sure you look into aftermarket alternatives so you don't have this issue. And we have squeaky brakes, which is common due to overheating brakes, so get high temp resistant brakes for the next brake pad replacement. 2017 Ford Fiesta. Yeah, the Fiesta isn't anything special, but it is practical. With some upgrades, this hatch will be hot. Sure, if you have the money, about $10,000 extra dollars, grab the ST model with 197 horsepower. The interior isn't half bad either, compared to the Mazda, but I don't think the 197 horsepower is worth that money. Now back to the SE model. It does have sporty handling, decently nice interior, and fantastic fuel economy. With its quick steering and well-controlled body, you'll be sure to have fun in this little car and high RPMs. So what's wrong with it? Since it is a newer car, there isn't much about the issues. However, I know that the earlier models from 2011 to 2016 and the Ford Focus from 2012 to 2016 has had a lot of issues regarding hesitation, stalling, and loss of power, all due to its dual clutch transmission. Ford has not sent out any recalls, but they extended the warranty to about 100,000 miles, so they know there are issues with their cars, but they won't recall the issue, sadly. Probably because it's a pricey fix. Other than that, limited cargo room. 2014 Fiat 500. The Fiat 500 is a pretty cool car, and undoubtedly you have heard one fly by you with its nocturnal popping exhaust. Is it as great as we all think? Maybe for some. However, the interior is a bit uncomfortable with its awkwardly large steering wheel that doesn't adjust much, its awkward pedal placement, and the hard seats. Performance-wise, it's okay. It's easy to go through the gears and is very light car, so it stops pretty quickly. Now, I like the look of the Abarth and the practicality. Used, you can find them all over. Now, what are the issues? There seems to be some sort of clutch issue when they are above 100,000 miles. The clutch pedal seems to go a bit soft, and apparently the automatic transmission seems to get a little funky around the same mileage. If I were to grab this car, I'd grab it with low miles and upgrade the clutch, and it should be good to go. 2011 Ford Focus. 2015 marks the first year of the refresh on the Ford Focus. Before, it did indeed look a bit derpy, but that doesn't matter because all the models from 2012 and on has terrible transmission issues, so do not be tempted to buy the newer Ford Focuses. All the way from 2012 and 2018 they are still popping them out with transmission issues. You think by now they would fix it. Now, even compared to the newer models, it is only 3 seconds slower, so you'll be saving a lot of money and headache if you buy the 3 seconds slower Ford Focus. Now, it is a bit more of a wagon, but it's still considered a hatchback. There are two main issues. The car's locks won't lock or unlock, probably due to the actuators going out. It's usually a cheap, easy fix. Now, do not go to a dealership because they will overcharge you. There were 2 complaints regarding a shuddery transmission, which rarely happens. Now, it's supposed to be a hot hatch, so definitely grab a manual. 2011 Lexus CT 200H. Now, I know this is the slowest on the list, but I think it's still appropriate to place on my list due to the configuration and the driver feel. It will also be the most comfortable and high class as well. The 200H is a unique car that can be very fun and still environmentally friendly. So the hybrid hatchback crossover does indeed have some spirited performance, all while being very practical. The issues. Overall, the car is pretty reliable. Some reports of engine noise while it's cold, which is pretty common, and the leather cracking on the seats. Now, if you take care of the leather and condition it like you are supposed to when you detail your car, you won't get that issue. 2015 Honda Fit. The 2015 Honda Fit is a pretty sweet car for the money. You'll get a 0-60 of 7.8 seconds with its powerful 1.85 liter 4-cylinder 130 horsepower engine. Yeah, you should know I'm joking, but it is a nice light car. It is insanely practical with its great gas mileage, and you can easily modify these cars. Since it is a cheaper car, the quality is definitely not very nice, but you are getting a newer 2015 car. You just have to weigh your options. It's a Honda, so what are the issues? For the 2015 model, that's a tiny bit more than other Hondas, but it's extremely uncomfortable as others have reported over and over. So if comfort is important, grab a different year or simply replace the seats, which could be pretty cheap if you just swap them out with a later model, and it has starter failure. Now, if you want a slower Honda Fit with a lot less problems, grab an older model. Alright guys, this list was a bit difficult to put together, and I know I may have missed a few cars like the Yaris, but this list has some great diversity. For sure, the first few like the GTI, Fiesta, and Mazda 3, and perhaps even the Fiat 500 are the true hot hatches. The rest are just wannabes. Hopefully we will see more hot hatches come out into the market in the near future. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe, and press the notification bell. I know you have the time, so click the other video on the screen. This is Chris AutoMotivate. Always appreciate one another. I'll see you next time.